Hi, I'm Terry, and I'm here in Leyte, Philippines. This is where, on October 20th, 1944, General MacArthur landed the troops to take back the Philippines. This is a really interesting place. So this is exactly where the statue is, exactly where he gave his speech, "I shall return."
I said to the people of the Philippines whence I came, I shall return.
And he did. They basically bombed the heck out of this place with all, and the interesting other part, there's better documentaries you should see, but this was the biggest naval war battle in the entire World War II. This is where the Japanese put in the last stand fight. Basically, Leyte's in the middle of the Philippines. This cut off the southern and the northern part of the Japanese Navy. They came in here en masse. There was a massive naval battle, and it's unreal when you hear about the documentaries on this. But basically, a few ships where they were told to retreat, they actually went in right into the middle, and they fought like heck, and they actually discouraged the Japanese so bad they pulled off, and then the American Navy just wiped them out. The landing here, this beach is actually called Red Beach from all the blood that was spilt here. Now, the reason MacArthur came here is smack in the middle. He could cut off the oil to Japan, but more importantly, 5 kilometers from here is the air base in Tablacan, to Goblin. I always get it wrong. But there's an airstrip that's still here to this day. They took them a while to get it. They actually, over 100,000 Japanese troops died defending to the last. It was kamikazes. And the Americans lost 15,000 plus men taking this area, taking the airfield, and then moving their way up to Ormoc to get the deep water port so they could invade on the way to Manila. The other interesting thing, here was one of the first kamikaze attack. That actually, the very first kamikaze attack was out here in this general area in the Navy there. There was 20 Japanese special planes set up with 500 pounds of TNT. They had 20 of them. They couldn't find anybody for a long time. Finally, they did find a ship, and that was the very first of the kamikaze. So it just shows how desperate they were. But again, biggest naval battle in World War II. There's dozens and dozens of ships, hundreds of ships around the whole area. It basically broke the back of the Japanese Navy. They had no more large aircraft carriers before this battle. This cleaned off everything else they had. Every other small aircraft carrier took out some of their biggest destroyers, cruisers, everything. And again, it was just a few ships, American ships, that basically turned the tide that could have been a big slaughter out here. And again, they got the airfield. The interesting thing is this area is famous for Yolanda, which was the biggest typhoon, the biggest winds ever recorded on Earth. Basically, the Americans wanted to get off of here as quick as they could because the weather rains and is so bad they couldn't get the air covers they wanted. So that was they got their foothold here, and then they moved all the way up to Manila. So again, I hope you enjoy the pictures here, and again, very, very famous spot. This is MacArthur Memorial Park. It's very popular, as you can see, and it's a great park, and it's really interesting history here and all around here. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. Subscribe to my channel. Also, visit my website, and you can see what online locksmith training I have for beginners, intermediate, and advanced, as well as my covert methods of entry and my non-destructive methods of entry.